Have a nice day. Today is Sunday, 19th of March 2023. This day is celebrated as International Clients Day, days of the year, 19th March. 19th March in Indian history is observed as the death anniversary of the following personalities, including the most important one, Mada Buhushi Anantha Sayanam Iyengar. Is a very big name. For February in 1891 is the birth anniversary, and 19 March 1978 is his death anniversary. The first deputy speaker and then speaker of Lok Sabha in the Indian Parliament. First deputy speaker. Remember the name, Mada Bhushi Anantha Sayanam Iyengar. So starting the newspaper analysis with the newspaper, the Hindu states that invitation is posted Srinagar gears up for G20 tourism meet. Tourists enjoy Shikara ride in the backdrop of snow-capped mountains at the Dal Lake in Srinagar. The Hindu newspaper also states that 78 arrested in action against pro-Khalistan preacher Amritpal Singh supporters. Police personnel stand guard outside Mehdpur police station were arrested associates of Waris Punjab. The chief Amritpal Singh were kept in Jalandhar on March 18, 2023. The Hindu newspaper also states that Bangladesh Prime Minister's snap of West Bengal Chief Minister at pipeline inauguration signals stiff. Prime Minister Mr. Modi and his Bangladesh counterpart Sheikh Hasina inaugurate India-Bangladesh friendship pipeline on March 18, 2023. The pipeline will enhance cooperation in energy security between the two countries. Going towards the Indian Express newspaper states that wheat misses MSP ahead of procurement in Madhya Pradesh. The Madhya Pradesh government has announced being of wheat procurement from March 25, even as the market arrivals of the crop have started early this month. Farmers in Madhya Pradesh are required to register themselves before the marketing season for selling wheat to state agencies at MSP. Many farmers did not register this time, thinking that private traders and flour millers would pay more than the MSP. Prices in the mandis were at rupees 2,800 to 3,000 per quintal until January, and noted Ben Singh Chauhan, who cultivates wheat at Lori Bujurug village of Dar district. Indian Express also states that protected witnesses revealed PFI plans to wage war on government NIA charge sheet. The NIA National Investigation Agency, which were last year raided 39 premises associated with the PFI and arrested scores of office bearers of the group, arraigned 19 people as accused, including 12 National Executive Council NEC members, founding members, and senior leaders of PFI. In their charge sheet, the investigation officer IOS said that a detailed examination of protected witnesses has revealed that the PFI had devised strategies to implement their long-term goal of establishing an Islamic caliphate by overthrowing the democratically elected government through armed rebellion. Going to Indian Express also states that G20 second tourism track meet to focus on adventure sport. The second tourism working group meeting will be held from April 1st to 3rd April, during which the delegates will discuss deeper and broader aspects of the 5 priorities of the group, he said. Main attraction of meet to be held in Siliguri and Darjeeling will be the Darjeeling Himalayan Railways. Going towards the Hindustan Times newspaper states that collegium system ensures independent judiciary. Chief Justice of India D.Y. Chandrachud says the process of judicial appointment has to be completely transparent to foster greater confidence of citizens in the work of the judiciary. Chief Justice of India Dayanand Jaya Y. Chandrachud said on Saturday, pointing out that the collegium system follows a set of well-defined parameters to select judges. Delhi Hospital directed to the ramp up testing as COVID flow see uptick. Delhi government on Saturday directed hospitals and labs to ramp up testing to ensure early detection of COVID-19 infections amid a minor uptick of cases in the city, officials said. Experts said that the Over the last month, only two patients were admitted to Lok Naik Hospital with COVID, and no admissions were made for complications from H3 and 2. Hindustan Times also states that Punjab police cracked down on Amritpal Singh's Waris Punjab the 78 held. Punjab police launched a statewide crackdown on Waris Punjab on Saturday, arresting 78 people and detaining 500 others, but failing to catch the group's leader Amritpal Singh, who is wanted in connection with the several criminal cases, including spreading religious hatred. Going towards the economy of the country, union government must reduce number of central schemes to ease financial burden on states, Bihar Finance Minister says. Bihar Finance Minister Vijay Kumar Chaudhary addresses the press conference after presenting the state budget 2023-24 during the budget session of the State Assembly in Patna on Tuesday. Beijing may allow foreign financial firms to list in China, ex-finance minister. A man wearing a protective mask is seen inside the Shanghai Stock Exchange building. Shri Renuka secures eyes to grow its green energy portfolio. Revenue growth has been substantial, and company has been on good path, says Atul Chaturvedi, executive chairman of Shri Renko Sugars Limited. Going towards the world news, including Donald Trump says he expects to be arrested on Tuesday, calls for protesters. Before Xi visit, Russia says it held naval drills with China and Iran in Arabian Sea. World Health Organization accuses China of hiding data that may link COVID's origin to animals. Wyoming becomes first state to outlaw abortion pills. Second, Vatican official says Pope authorized ransom payments for none. Going towards the science and technology, Tamil Nadu's novel initiative results in reduced TB deaths. Lacking most PHCs, many taluk and block level healthcare facilities lack the clinical and diagnostic capacities. India suits up for the deepest dive yet. A prototype of the Matsya 6000, a submersible made by Chennai-based National Institute of Ocean Technology. Kashmir's spring sunshine blows the cobwebs away. A woman looks at the flowers of the almond tree in full bloom, marking the arrival of spring in the valley in Pulwama, South Kashmir, Monday, March 13, 2023. Enforcement Directorate charge sheet recounts misery of victims in Chinese loan app case. According to a case registered by Enforcement Drive, many people landed in debt trap after borrowing from Chinese app. Scientists create mice with cells from two males for first time. This photo provided by researcher Katsuhiko Hayashi shows mice derived from the stem cells of 4 weeks after their birth in Osaka, Japan in September 2021 in a study published Wednesday, March 16, 2023 in the journal Nature. Scientists led by Hayashi have created baby mice with two fathers for the first time by turning male mouse stem cells into female cells in a lab. Mountain forests disappearing at alarming rate steady. Logging, wildfires and farming are causing mountain forests habitat to 85% of the world's birds, mammals and amphibians to vanish at an alarming rate, according to a study published on March 17, 2023 in the Cell of Press Journal One Earth. Mountain forests covered 1.1 billion hectares, that is 2.71 billion acres of the planet in 2000. The authors said, but at least 78.1 million hectares, an area larger than the United States state of Texas, have been lost between 2000 and 2018, with recent losses of 2.7-fold greater than the beginning of the century. Here's a complete photo. How the house sparrows have returned to the backyards in India. Sparrows enjoying a splash in a pool of water in the undisturbing surrounding on a hot summer afternoon in the Visakhapatnam. World Health Organization accuses China of withholding information on origin of COVID-19. The Hunan seafood wholesale market closed in Wuhan in the central China's Hubei province on January 21, 2020. International scientists have examined previously unavailable genetic data from the samples collected at a market in China closed where the first human cases of COVID-19 were detected, and said they have found suggestions the pandemic originated from animals, not a lab. At last, there's a famous quotation by Rabindranath Tagore, who was a Bengali pronounced as Rabindranath, whose birth anniversary is 7 May 1861 and death anniversary is 7 August 1941, was a Bengali polymath who worked as a poet, writer, playwright, composer, philosopher, social reformer, and a painter. He reshaped Bengali literature and music as well as Indian art with the contextual modernism in the late 19th and early 20th century. Author of the profoundly sensitive, fresh, and beautiful poetry of Gitanjali. He became in 1913 the first non-European and the first lyricist to win the Nobel Prize in Literature. Tagore's poetic songs were vivid as a spiritual and mercurial. However, his elegant prose and magical poetry remain largely unknown outside the Bengal. He was a fellow of the Royal Asiatic Society, referred to as a Bard of Bengal. Tagore was known by sobriquets Gurudev, Kobi Guru, Biswa Kobi. Rabindranath Tagore states that everything comes to us that belongs to us if we create the capacity to receive it. Okay, thank you.